Okay, so hopefully this could be the last part of the video. We'll see. Because my neck is stiff now, my back hurts, and it's 1:45 in the morning. So, okay, but I want to get this done. Let's go. Right, so we've named our range. Now it says use a lookup function to show the job description. Use the code column for lookup and arrange a JC for the array. Okay, so replicate this function so that job description is shown for each of the employees. Now, it's not as complicated as it sounds. So it says use a lookup. Don't be confused with the lookup function that you learnt in my class. Okay, because there's VLOOKUP, there's HLOOKUP, and then there's lookup. So now what we're looking up, basically, I'm going to extend this spreadsheet here for you, is that where it says here, you see you've got the code TA here, and you've got the job description. Now the job description is not filled out. So what you could do is you could say, okay, TA, right, transport assistant, I'll just copy and paste that in. You don't want to do that. You don't want to go around doing that for every single one of these cells, do you? Okay, so if you look up here, and a table that we called JC is basically here, A for admin assistant, B for snowboard instructor, H for host and hostess. You can already see this is a vertical lookup, okay, so a VLOOKUP, okay, because they're looking up the codes vertically, not down or not here and then the job descriptions are over here. So this is a VLOOKUP, okay? And as I said, I think a VLOOKUP comes up in every single exam, all right? So we're going to fill in our VLOOKUP here. Now, he's actually made it easier, okay? Because there's no absolute cell referencing on this because we've already named the table JC. So go to functions. And like I said, if you want to pause the video and do this by yourself, go right ahead. If not, follow me. Okay, lookup value. So our lookup value is the code that we're looking up. So that's here, right? We need to find what TA means. Then we need to find out what TS means, then TM, then B, and so on. And the array, just simply type in JC because we've already named it. There you go, and it's recognised it right here. The lookup column we're looking up is the second one. Okay, so the lookup value is the code. Then the column index that you want it to look up is the job descriptions. So you're saying match that with that, okay? So we're going to put in 2. Now the range lookup, just type in false. If it's wrong, it'll tell you here. But there's no logic. It's a bunch of letters that are all in the wrong order, okay? So, done. And it's found it. There we go. So now we're going to replicate that all the way down here. So we don't have to sit there and do it all by ourselves. It's done. End of story, okay? So, it's really, really not as complicated as it makes out. In the way they explain these sometimes in the exam, if I was 16 years old or 15 years old, I'd be confused, okay? But always just pull out things. So you pull out, okay, cell D24, right, a lookup function, job description. Oh, the JC table that I made, okay, that's vertical. And then you'll figure it out. Now, in cell F61, use a function to calculate the total number of hours worked by all employees. A function to calculate, so total number of hours worked by all employees. There's hours worked down here. Okay, so in, I think it said F61, didn't it? Let's take a look. Yep, F61. Okay, so if we want to figure out the total number of these hours, you should probably be screaming at the screen right now, equals sum, okay? But we can use auto sum. That sped things up for us, didn't it? Just double check it, make sure it's highlighted. Yep, it's highlighted everything. Press enter. It's done. It's finished. Okay? Right. Now, it's not going to be that easy all the time. Here's the tricky bit. I think generally, so far, this spreadsheet is actually quite easy, okay? But this is where it starts to get a little bit tricky. You may not have covered this with me in class, so it's a good idea that you practice it now. You may have covered it in Mr. Hayes' class, I'm not sure. Okay, so now, and the reason why I say it's getting a little bit tricky is because so far it's been easy. Okay, so in cell G24, use a formula to calculate the pay for this employee. This will look up the number of hours pay, the rate of pay and the pay rates table, and multiply it by the number of hours worked. This formula must include an absolute range, 2 relatives references, and must not include a named range. So in other words, you can't name that range, okay? And use the appropriate format for this cell. Okay, so replicate this formula for the amount of pay shown at each other employees. Okay, that sounds difficult, doesn't it? Okay, it's really not. Don't panic. It's just the way they word it. Okay, so what we're going to do is cell G24. Okay, oh, here we are. Right, G24. So we need to see, okay, she's worked 10 hours. And we need to see how many hours she's, how much she gets paid. Okay. And then we need to multiply it by the hours. Now, it can be a bit difficult if you go and put the formula in crudely, okay? Now, if they're saying don't use the name range and use absolute cell referencing, they want you to do another VLOOKUP, okay? So we're going to do another VLOOKUP. And I'm going to show you how easy this is, okay? So here we are. Right, so we need to look up. Okay, the lookup value is the, right, you can see here, pull out the evidence. There's the pay code, there's our pay code there, pay code, okay, we're looking that up. The table and array we're using is right here. Oops. And obviously, this is where the absolute cell referencing comes in, okay? So put your absolute cell reference in, because otherwise when you replicate this, you know from being in class that what's going to happen is that that's just going to replicate all the way down here. We don't want it to. And obviously the column index is 2, okay, because we want it, we've already got the pay code, you need to tell us how much they're getting paid. And a range lookup probably is true, okay, if it's not it will tell me over here, all right, let's press OK. Right, so she gets paid £7.50, but we need to times that by 10. All you do is you just simply multiply by the number of hours worked at the end. That's it, okay? And there you are. And then you can drag that all the way down. So we're going to drag it all the way down. All the way down here. And you can see it works. What's missing? So it said, okay, right, we've done, oh, where am I? Here we are. Choose an appropriate format for this cell. Well, if you haven't already worked out it's euros, I'm worried. Okay, so I'm going to go currency. I'm going to pick euro. And, yep, there you are. It's done there. Okay. Right, now the bits they want you to do next are just a little bit annoying. Okay, so, right, done this, done that. Now, in cell G61, use a function to calculate the total weekly wage bill. Right, you've already figured it out. Go back to auto sum. There we go, and it should be in euros, and it's already sorted it out for us. There we go, done. Right, so now they just want us to do a few little annoying filtery bits. Okay, so save the spreadsheet, print the formula and functions using landscape orientation. Make sure the contents and cells are fully visible when they print out, and it's only 1 page wide. Okay, it's not going to fit. Now it says 1 page wide. Okay, it means don't go over. You know, this bit on 1 page and this bit on another. Okay, we're never going to fit this onto 1 page. All right, so I'm going to highlight everything I want to print, all the whole area, which is here. Okay, this mouse, honestly, I don't think I've ever got used to it in the whole year I've had this laptop. Right, so orientation, I think they said landscape, print area, set print area. Okay, right, now it's never going to fit to 1 page there, so print preview. Okay, so far that, yep, that's about 1 page, that's okay. All right, and if you go to show formulas, which I think it asked us to, Right, I remember need to find a button for that. Okay, there is a show formula button. I think it's in view. Is it in view? No, they've moved it. Review. It's here somewhere. Could be in data. Oh, here it is. Show formulas. It's in formula. There we go. And then just make sure you bring these in. Okay, because otherwise it may go over several pages. All right, and make sure all the content is showing. Like here, this content's not showing. You need to show it. All right, and then print it. Right, I'm going to put this back now. Right, so right, like I said, hopefully this will be the last part of the video, but I may need to carry some of this over to a very short video. Yeah. Okay, so we've done that. Hide rows 3 to 21. Easy. All you do is you go 3 down to 21. Right. Wasting my time. Right. Okay. Right click. Select hide. Okay. And they'll probably want you to print. Make sure you show everything. They'll probably want you to print something after that. So print the spreadsheet showing the values. So that's as it is, and all the contents are fully visible. Okay, hide row 61, leave rows 3 to 21 hidden. So I'm going to go down to row 61 and I'm going to hide it. So you just hide. Right, now here comes the filters. Okay, let's see if I can squeeze this in. All right. Okay, so extract the employees with the snowballed in their job description. So let's go up the top. Okay, so we go up here and we go to filter. Now over here you don't want to go all the way down here, so go to text filters and then put contains snowballed, and there you go. These all the people with snowballed in their job description. Right, sorry, I'm going to rush through this because I really want to get through this so I don't have to upload another video. Now, word snowball job description and work for more than 25 hours. Okay, you can easily do that. You can just go to number filters. You can obviously select here as well. So you can do, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. No, I'm just going to do this. So 25, 30, 35. And it come out with the same result anyway, okay? And it's just easier if you got that. But other than that, you know how to extract that stuff. Okay, so then you print the extracting values, save the spreadsheet, and we're done. Okay, well done, guys. And once again, thank you for your support and your lovely messages, and the very best of luck with all your exams, no matter what subject. And obviously, work hard for this one. Okay, we're done.